Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Chizzle, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we will be reacting to is Zion the next Greg Oden. So, you know what I'm saying? Zion Williamson has been getting very large lately. I heard he was injured. I also heard he was faking his injury. I don't know. I guess he don't want to play for the Pelicans no more. But if that's the case, if you are faking your injury, you gaining all this weight, you already know, you know what I'm saying, you were a bigger person, you know what I'm saying, no offense, you know what I'm saying, he knows that he is a bigger person, you know what I'm saying. So, if you are faking your injury, and you at home eating cheese puffs all day, you making it harder on yourself, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, you getting millions of dollars to play. It don't matter if you losing. I know you want to win, but Zion, this is like your third year. You might get traded. You're eventually going to win a ring. You know what I'm saying? But y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Coming into the NBA, Zion Williamson was compared to Hall of Famers like Charles Barkley. Now they're saying he could be the next Greg Oden. Oden was picked number 1 over Kevin Durant in the 2007 draft, but while KD won Rookie of the Year, Oden was recovering from surgery. By year 6, just before KD won MVP, Oden was having his 6th surgery, playing a total of 82 games. That is just one full season in 6 years. Well, news just dropped that Zion might need another.
I've never really broken a bone. I guess you can say I kind of broke my head a little bit because when I was 7, 8 years old, I got pushed into a wall and then the back of my head busted open. You know what I'm saying? And I used to bump my head on a daily basis, to the point where I would hide underneath tables and bump my head and I'll just be used to it. You know what I'm saying? I already got a big forehead, and I think because you know what I'm saying, I just said because twice. Because I bumped my head so much, my forehead is really bigger than what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't think my forehead is supposed to be this big.
Surgery on his broken foot, and the talk is getting louder that he might be the biggest what if big man ever. But really, I think the NBA is failing Zion in 2 ways, and this first one is going to be pretty controversial, so just hear me out. First, here's the exact quote that's got everyone so afraid. Williamson has dealt with a series of setbacks on his injured right foot over the past 4 months. He has been overweight for virtually
2-3 years ago, he bust out of a shoe. You know what I'm saying?
All of his pro career, which has complicated the recovery process. He must lose weight in order to decrease the amount of force he puts on his right foot when he runs, cuts.
You got over 350 pounds on one foot. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of weight. He probably is over 100. I mean, he's probably over 350 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I think he was 275, 280, 290, somewhere around there.
That's in jumps. Big. But it's difficult for Williamson to lose weight without running, cutting, and jumping. It is possible he will need a second surgery on his right foot. Okay, that is really concerning, but it's also complete BS. The Pelicans are failing Zion because he's getting bad information. All of these reporters get their info from the team. The guy who wrote that article didn't just come up with that excuse for Zion being overweight. It's what he was told. And if the Pelicans think Zion can't lose weight because he can't exercise, they're wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Once he get healthy, he can easily lose that weight. I know he's on the bigger side, but anybody can lose weight. The Pelicans is just not that good of a team. You know what I'm saying? Now they have CJ McCollum, but what? CJ McCollum is alright. You know what I'm saying? What can he do?
He needs is to be in a calorie deficit. He needs to put down the fork. Even if he can't exercise, and by the way, let's be honest, he could do something, even if it's just upper body weight training. All he needs to do is stop eating so much. I know a lot of people weight training. All he needs.
This right here is disrespectful. This is disrespectful. This is honestly disrespectful. No.
To do is stop eating so much.
On top of that is I'm blessed because I'm skinny, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm lean, you know what I'm saying? I have lean muscle. I am lean. You You know what I'm saying? So really, I can eat all day and never get fat. I'm one of those friends that can eat all day and never get fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much blessed. No homo. I said very much. That was kind of weird.
I know a lot of people think, oh, some guys are just big no matter what, but that's not true. Look, I'm not a fitness expert, so you can slam me in the comments, but here's what actual experts have to say.
Mean, like, anybody can get slimmer. It's just that, like, it's just to a certain level. Like me, I can get big, but for me to become Zion weight is pretty much impossible. Zion can get skinnier, but for him to become my skinny is almost impossible.
It's all BS. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. If you are not losing weight right now, it is because you are not in a calorie deficit.
Fat loss is very well understood.
He was turning
and
red.
Actually quite simple.
Yep. So fat loss comes from an energy deficit. So consuming less calories than you need to maintain weight.
A calorie deficit is a mandatory requirement for losing fat. You have to expend more energy than you take in. That's what stimulates your body to tap into its excess fat stores for energy.
Nobody is a victim of their genetics. Our body fat level is just a consequence of energy in and energy out.
So what do you do if you're not losing weight right now? You either eat less calories or burn off more calories, or a combination of both, okay? So 3 options. Has to be that.
I think the Pelicans are enabling Zion to live like he wants to live because they're afraid to piss him off. They got burned by Anthony Davis and don't want to lose another star. Zion is coming up in the era of player empowerment. I just made a video about how when players run teams, they ruin teams. Like James.
Yes, like Zion is the face of the Pelicans, and it's like, without Zion, it's like the Pelicans, they don't suck, but they are way much better with Zion. You know what I'm saying? And it's really like, if Zion doesn't get his way, you know what I'm saying, he can get traded. You know what I'm saying?
James Harden or Kevin Durant.
He can
but
easily
Zion
go to a different
actually
team.
needs a strong front office or veteran teammate that can hold him accountable. Charles Barkley actually said exactly that.
You just gonna
Bro, Charles Barkley, I heard you had a terrible diet. I heard you used to eat pizzas, sodas, candies every day. Every day. You had a terrible diet. And if you are talking trash about Zion, you have no right. I don't want to hear not one word of criticism come out your mouth from Zion.
keep getting hurt. Somebody's got to be a grown person down in that relationship and says, yo, man, you got to get in shape. And I know he got a lot of power. So everybody's probably like, if we don't get something going, he's going to leave. But you're not going to win if he's always hurt either.
But New Orleans front office is too afraid to confront Zion, and they're actually just a bad front office, period. After missing the playoffs in 2020, they hired Stan Van Gundy with Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams to beef up the defense. But they finished with an even worse defense, 10 games under 500. Then they had to get rid of first-round picks to undo those horrible trades. Reports say Zion has hated the way that they've managed his minutes, and I'm pretty sure he hates the way they're acting right
now. And then, like, CJ McCollum isn't really, like, a much of a defensive player. He's, like, mainly offensive. You know what I'm saying? He's, like, an off-ball scorer. He can score on ball, too, but, like, he's not a point guard. He's, like, he's good offensively, but defensively, he's not really all that.
Right now. At the beginning of training camp, the Pelicans president David Griffin said he hoped Zion would be ready for day one of the season. When that didn't happen, he doubled down. It's not really a big deal for us because we've been dealing with it all off season. And we feel very confident about where things are. No, dude, it is a big deal. And while David Griffin is creating these totally fake expectations, where do you think all the heat goes when things go wrong? It all goes straight to Zion. So yeah, I get why they might be worried that Zion will leave. People have been wondering if he'll be the first player to ever turn down a...
So, like, that's the thing, is like, when you give a player too much power, they can really just push you around. Because if y'all say anything to Zion, he might get mad and demand a trade. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, Zion is a star player, but you kind of gave him too much power.
Rookie max extension, to go to New York. And I used to actually think that. But honestly, after another injury, he would be stupid to turn down that guaranteed money. Zion's own team is making excuses for him because they're afraid to lose him. And that's what we've gotten in this super team era. Small markets are afraid to lose their stars. So they will say whatever it takes to make the player happy. And that's actually hurting Zion. So what should the Pelicans be doing instead?
You need to tell him to get in that weight room and go run. If you got a problem with it, oh well. If you don't want to play, oh well. Y'all might still lose, but y'all can trade him. You know what I'm saying? You might not find anybody better than him right now, but just trade him. You know what I'm saying? If he continues, you know what I'm saying, to gain more and more weight, and he don't want to work out, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really being selfish. Because if you think about it, if you just not taking care of your body and you the star of the team, you're not really the star of the team. You know what I'm saying? You were a terrible influence.
I will explain that, but first, reason number 2 the NBA is failing Zion is the dumb comparisons. You know, like when Dwight Howard said Ben Simmons was the next LeBron. Well, stop comparing Zion to Greg Oden. When Oden was in 6th grade, he had hip surgery because he was born with one leg longer than the other. That continued to be an issue in the NBA, but also his knees were made of glass. He had multiple surgeries for microfractures and broken kneecaps. When he did play, he wasn't a star. His best season was 21 games, 11 points, 9 boards, and 2 blocks. Eventually, he signed with the Heat, and even though he was healthy, he fell out of their rotation at 26 years old. Instead, we should compare Zion to Joel Embiid. He didn't play his first 2 years with injuries, but when he finally did suit up, he was a star. Embiid's first 31 games, about 20 points and 8 boards. Clearly, he was more comfortable on the court when he was healthy than Greg Oden, just like we've seen from Zion. Embiid's injuries were a meniscus tear and then a broken foot. And those are normal basketball injuries. Zion missed his rookie year with a meniscus tear, then he was pulled out of the bubble for a hamstring, and now he has a broken foot. That is not the same as Greg Oden, with an extra long leg and broken kneecaps. Zion is clearly dealing with his weight, not fragile bones.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he dealing with his weight. You can easily fix that. But he don't want to fix it. You know what I'm saying? If you tell him to get into the weight room, you know what I'm saying, he gonna take it to offense. And since he has power over y'all, well, he has a lot of power, he can easily just get traded. So, you know what I'm saying?
So what the Pelicans should do right now is just pull the plug. Like, just tell everyone he is not going to come back this year. There's like 20 games left. Even if he doesn't need another surgery, the fact that it's looking like he might, it's not good. And that really sucks because the Pelicans have clawed their way back to a play-in spot and they improved the roster at the trade deadline. At this point, the Pelicans should just be completely honest going forward about Zion.
Yeah, just like set up the team to where you don't need Zion. You know what I'm saying? Make decisions not based off Zion. Because we don't know what Zion doing. We know, you know what I'm saying? He might need surgery. He's not playing for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a very little chance. You know what I'm saying? He over here gaining too much weight. I'm saying, like, which I said, you can easily fix that. But right now, we're not worrying about Zion. We need to worry about the team. You know what I'm saying?
Issues. And they should confront Zion, even if it's uncomfortable, because he deserves better. Speaking of uncomfortable, you will not believe how James Harden acted on his way out of Brooklyn.
James Harden too. You were overweight. You demanded your way out of Houston. You played 1 season with the Nets, and you demanded your way out with the Nets. James Harden, you my brother, I don't know. You are a cancer. You're a cancer. You know what I'm saying? Because you had Westbrook, you had Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? And you still could not win the championship. You had Kevin Durant, you had Kyrie, you had Blake Griffin, and you still did not win the championship. Now, I know y'all didn't play, every game together, but you had your problems too. And the fact you did what you did as if you not the problem, you part of the problem. You were part of the problem. And you always want to just get your way. You know what I'm saying? You could have stayed. You just played the worst season of your career and you won out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have played better. You know what I'm saying? And you won out. You know what I'm saying? But bye. We don't need you anyways. We don't need you. We got Curry. We got Simmons. We got KD and Kyrie. That give KD and Kyrie, you know what I'm saying, more room to do them. Because really, they was better without you. You know what I'm saying? You needed them. You wanted to go to the Nets. You know what I'm saying? And now you having a bad season and you started to gain weight. You know what I'm saying? Now you mad. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Bye. I never liked you anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to get a ring anyways. You might. You know what I'm saying? But the way you act, you're not getting a ring. If y'all lose one game in Philly, you're going to ask for a trade. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, Joel Embiid is always getting injured. So, without Joel Embiid, y'all are not as good as y'all would be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got other players, you know what I'm saying? Tobias Harris. Y'all got a few decent players. But if you cannot win with 2 to 3 superstars on your team, you are not winning with just you if Joel Embiid gets injured. Because Joel Embiid gets injured like every season, every other season. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't as like public as the way he acted when he left Houston, but now that the details are coming out, it might actually be worse. Here, check it out.
What? Oh, yeah. See, you got the pacifier because you a baby. Like, you just very childish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want everything to go your way. And you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, if y'all did enjoy this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Chizzle. And as always, kids, people in general, don't do drugs.